Hi Virgo, this is your forecast for the month of July 2016. This is a general reading for Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, or Virgo Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, provided on the link at the upper corner. If you have visited the site before, you will need to clear your browser's cache for the schedule button to function properly. So Virgo, for you, the month of July seems to involve other people. You have 3 court cards, so other people are important to the events that occur for you this month. The first week begins with the Knight of Swords. And so this could be a week where you're very busy, maybe a lot of coming and going, a lot of communication, maybe some travel. It could be that you have some new ideas that you want to act on. Maybe you're having to act quickly on something, or maybe you're being impulsive this week. But there's a focus probably on mental stimulation of some sort and taking some decisive action, whether that's to persuade someone, to protect something, whether you're having to be assertive or aggressive, or dealing with others. So maybe you're trying to champion some cause, because this knight frequently is concerned with the underdog and protecting someone during some kind of a difficulty. But like I said, it could very well be some kind of intellectual pursuit that you're involved in, or you're coming up with some resolutions. Some of you will have to do some traveling this week. And so in your relationships with others, you may feel, a connection to someone, or maybe you guys, you have a mutual interest or attraction, but you're not necessarily in sync. Maybe your schedules are off, you're going, they're coming, vice versa, or something is a little bit out of sorts. But this could also be a week where you end up acting on impulse and partnering up with someone else. Now, for some of you, though, this is a week where there is involvement with aggression, or somebody pushing their agenda, maybe pushing too hard. This knight frequently does not like to accept no for an answer. So there could be some confrontations, maybe some acting too quickly on something, some poor judgment, some harsh words, bullying in some way. Maybe there's some unsolicited advice being given. But if that's the case for you, then you're going to feel as if you are beating your head against a brick wall. Whether this is you trying to start up something with someone, or whether you're trying to close out and end something with someone. So this is a week where if you're in a disagreement with someone, it could become especially harsh or ugly. Now, the second week, you have the 9 of Pentacles. And this could be you, Virgo, because this sign is an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But it has a particularly strong tie to Virgo. And so this is a card about perhaps being self-employed or self-sufficient in some way. It's a card of strong self-reliance, discipline. Now, for some of you, there's a focus this week on financial investments, maybe the purchase of property, financial transactions, ownership of something. But you're trying to master your material resources in some way, and this could be through some unearned income, some investments, maybe you're getting some dividends on something, royalties, some kind of benefit where you are gaining in some way, you're attaining something. Now for others of you, you're just relaxing. This week you are taking a break, and maybe you've got maybe you're on a retreat, or you're alone and you're enjoying that. Maybe you've got plenty of money and you can just kick back and enjoy the fruits of your labors this week. Maybe you're having a connection to nature in some way, or dealing with animals, or gardening. But there's a love of this solitude, peace, and being outdoors. Now, for some of you, a small segment, this could have connections to perhaps a mistress, or someone who's a secret admirer, or someone you're secretly admiring. But the most focus is on practicality in dealing with others. So again, this week, just looking to self gives you that sense of peace of mind, your own personal achievements. And in fact, that's best for you this week, because you're vulnerable to being disappointed if you expect too much of others, or if you allow other people to demand too much of you. So you stand to gain by just focusing on, your unwavering faith in a situation and putting in your time and effort. So this week you could get some reward from that effort, whether this is a promotion, some financial benefit, or even something just as small as a thank you or a personal recognition. For some of you, family and business connections end up fortunate for you. And again, maybe you're focusing on purchasing some property, or maybe you're inherited something, or maybe you're improving something that belongs to you. Now, the negative for this week is you may hear something, that's not easy for you to digest. Some rumor, bit of news, some gossip that's not quite fair and maybe even unkind. If that's the case, sit tight. Don't act on it. Don't try to retaliate. Make sure you're not involved in gossip or sharing secrets, because this could eventually come back to bite you. So be careful this week, because maybe you are getting involved with people, or you're involved in indulgence in such a way that it actually brings some problems for you, whether that's a danger or even heartbreak. So some things are not going to be worth your time, and be sure to be careful, especially if you've had a disappointment or some kind of loss recently. You may be more vulnerable to getting involved with people or participating in activities that actually work against you. Now, for some of you, this card is a warning for you to protect yourself in some way. There could be, maybe you have a false sense of security. You're relying on something that you think is more solid than it actually is, in which case you could incur some kind of a financial loss, or some damage to property, or some threat to your reputation. Now, the third week of July, you have some opportunity that comes to you that literally falls into your lap. So, this is a card again about build some new beginning, either emotionally, health-wise, or financially. So you could be focused on establishing some kind of financial foundation for yourself. And in fact, you could again be receiving some kind of a windfall, some assistance, something that comes to you out of the blue, but there's energy devoted toward material achievement. Maybe you get a raise, or you win at something, or there's some new opportunity, or maybe if you're self-employed, you're starting out on something that's appears to be some kind of successful venture for you. Or maybe if you were trying to sell your property, maybe this is the week where, you actually, get the proceeds from that, or you get some kind of flow of capital, or you achieve some kind of success or financial advantage. Now, for some of you, maybe you're even changing your career. But this is some kind of new beginning for you that's tangible in the physical plane. Now, again, this opportunity could fall out of the sky for you, but this opportunity, whatever that is, there's a cost to it, and so you will need to look carefully at what that is and whether it's worth it to you. Now, for some of you, maybe you are taking a break, or maybe you're involved with someone that you're attracted to, and because this card is a card of sensuality and enjoying yourself physically, sensually, enjoying the prosperity of interaction with another person on an intimate level. So, and also enjoying, the senses, the sensuality of engaging all of your physical senses. So now, the last week you have the Page of Cups. So again, this could be some new relationship that you're entering into, because there's some new emotions, some new feelings involved. And there appears to be some kind of offer or proposal coming. Maybe you're dealing with someone younger. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But whatever this is, it could be that a situation has been in play for a while, and however it's been going, good or bad, you've sort of reached this particular place in the road where there's a turning point, and so something is going to change. Whether it's been going in one direction, it's now going to take a turn and turn towards somewhere else. So this is a week for you to, again, pull on those practical skills that you possess, Virgo, and look at things, in a very honest way. You'll be reevaluating some situations with more honesty and clarity and less idealism than you have in the past, because you need to be careful of, overriding a situation with your desires and feeling as if that's your destiny simply because you have this desire. Because this card could be a message about love. It could be some kind of social invitation that you get this week. Maybe you're rendering some services and you get a big payoff for that in some way. Or again, maybe you're putting an offer in on some property, or you're getting an offer back on some property that you have for sale. But whatever it is, this week you're going to find that your feelings for someone are changing. Whether that's good or bad, only you know. Now, if you're involved in some kind of a partnership, whether that's romantic, professional, or friendship, you may be reevaluating that situation, and you may feel like, this could go further. This could become something more. If you are involved in a relationship, whatever the sort it is, you may look at that with new eyes, a new perspective, and feel a brand new sense of attraction and appreciation for where you are with this person. This could be a week where you just decide you want to get out there and be more social, and there's a great possibility of meeting some new people. Now, for some of you, you've gotten clear on some things and you realize that going further in your relationship would actually be a mistake. So now the underlying energy is the Queen of Wands. And so this is a person that you're dealing with, probably that is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or they're employing those traits of this queen, or you are. Now, again, this is male or female because this is a general reading. So this is a month where maybe you're very career-minded, or you're dealing with someone who is. Enterprise is important, leadership skills, and there is a fierce determination to accomplish, which can at times be domineering or overbearing. Maybe there's some overmanagement. For some of you, the focus is on self-promotion, your powers of attraction, protecting something. Maybe you enjoy competition in some way. There's a focus, again, on money and passionate expression. And so maybe those are the things that come into play. But this is a month for you to remember that in your effort to be for some of you, trying to be noticed and appreciated by other people will be very important to you. And this is going to enhance your powers of attraction. And so, in which case, this is a month where you're likely to attract a great number of people, whether those are partnerships, romantic suitors, or wherever, where your goals and your personalities are complementary to what it is that you need to get out of the situation. But for others of you, you may be pushing too hard. You may be too aggressive. You may be pushing an agenda too forcefully, or someone else is, in which case you're going to end up alienating the very people, person, or situation that you're trying to attract to yourself. Okay, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I would greatly appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and kind comments. For those of you who have already offered your support, please know that I am especially grateful to you. Have a wonderful July, and I look forward to speaking with you next month.